Hey everyone, Burton's back, and with me everyone's favourite king. That's King Stannis, the one true king of the Iron Throne and protector of the realm. And things are going good for us so far. We have Jon Stark now has gone ahead and joined our side, which is great for us. So he's actually left the Night Watch in the capable hands of Denys Mallister, and he's come down and joined us. Now, something quite significant happened the last episode, and that was we went ahead and we actually won our war against Aegon. Aegon's currently in our prison at the moment right now, and we were deciding what we were going to do with him. Now, before that decision is going to be made, I have read all of your comments, and there are some great suggestions, some not so great suggestions, but someone asked a question and I was actually quite curious myself. Where the hell's Val gone? We have Val in prison, if you remember. We took her when we took Mance, however, we didn't actually do anything with her. As a result now, she has actually gone and, in fact, what am I doing? There we go. She's actually gone and married Jon. So, Val of the North, Lady Val as she's now called, and Lord Jon of the North, are now an item, and they're together. So, that's what's happening there. In meantime, we were deciding what to do with Aegon. Now, some people says matrimonial marriage, see if you can force him into it. It's not something that we can actually do. We can't convert him. I presume if we, to be honest, if we probably released him, his title, Rainhouse, would probably be usurped. He'd be in another person's court, and it's just not gonna work in terms of trying to marry him to my daughter. So what I'm gonna do, because he has a pretender to my throne, he did try, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to execute him. And so it's time for him to meet the one true god, so go ahead. That's going to gain us 30 piety. And it's also going to open up some options which people were saying, well, why don't you go ahead and cure Lady Shireen, because she's disfigured by grayscale, as you can see. The problem with that is, it's a disfigurement. It is not actually an illness or things like that, so we don't actually have the option. Anyone who's played with R'hllor before will know on the R'hllor action list, you have options to protect from plots or battles. Anything additional will come up under here. Unfortunately, we don't actually have anything with Lady Shireen, so it's not anything we can actively do. Although it would be nice, we're still very limited with who she can actually go ahead and betroth to, and that's purely because it's pretty much people of the same faith. We can't go ahead and be having a look at other people. Obviously we've got a lot of people in our court she can marry, even a Pharrell. But some suggestions were better than others, and here's one of the ones that I actually have been thinking about. At first I was like, why would we do this? Prince Doran, previously our enemy, it took him 20 or 30 years to raise his banners, and now we're going to try and cure him of being infirm. But the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense. Because down here you can see we have the Royal Army of Lords Brom and some of their supporters. We're also going to have the Tyrells coming in, so it makes sense to try and align ourselves with someone who can push up this way. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and cure his ailments. As you can see, we've got that there. And what that's going to do is it's actually going to convert him to the faith of R'hllor, which is great for us. He's now in favour of us by 56. So that's not too bad, but what I'm going to go ahead now is send him a gift. Now I think 114 gold is better spent here than it is being spent on, 1500 mercenaries or so. Yeah, so I'm happy to do that. So we're going to go ahead and try and get these guys subtly into the war with ourselves. Unfortunately, we can't make any move for Arianne because she's married, and as we all know, so am I. So that's another bone of contention with some people. People saying that Lady Cersei is not going to give me another child, that she's too ugly to be a queen. But good Lady Cersei, what can we do with her? Well, we can actually plot to kill her, but we're not going to. I'm not a man who plots to kill. I'm a man who either does it or we don't. We do not lurk in the shadows. That's a job for Melisandre. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by requesting a divorce. It's going to cost me 100 piety. The Lady Melisandre should be able to go ahead and grant that to me. Excellent. Now let's have a look at our thing. We're authoritative, ruthless, chaste, temperate, diligent, proud and just. Okay, so all of those traits mean to me that we can't do anything with Asha. We would have the option with Asha, we could take her as our lover or as our concubine, but in all honesty, we're not that sort of person. So what do we do with Asha, the Kraken's daughter? Well, I think that's going to be a question for another time. What I am going to do is I'm also going to kill Aemon. I'm going to execute Aemon. And this is actually going to increase our tyranny by 5 for a courtier or 10 for a landed vassal. And I think it's good to do it now, because if we start doing this once we have more people under us, it's actually going to be a lot more difficult to recover. So let's do that now. I'm going to burn him. Now you might ask, why have we done this now? Well, there's someone else who could do with being cured of their malformations. That's Robert Arryn. So, Robert Arryn's 9 years old. He's got malformation, as you can see there. He's got his stutter, he's also weak. We're going to save him. We are actually going to save the Vale. I'm going to do this for a good reason. Hopefully. There we go. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a very big risk. I'm going to betroth Shireen. Cannot do it matronale. I'm going to do it this way. All I need to do is now stay alive until I'm able to remarry and get ourselves the son that we desire. Wish us luck. I know it's risky, but it's something that we've got to do. Right, we've talked long enough. Let's get on with everything. So first things first, let's send the ships down here. Our men are still heading into Carhold territory. I think we're going to continue this. It looks like the Freys are currently battling the army of Duncan and Lord Rickard. Lord Roderick even. And I think that's probably going to go in our favour, which is good because we do have reinforcements coming in here. So pretty much our war in the north is under control, so to speak. So Lord Aegon of Essos dies without leaving any blood relatives as clear heir to the lordship of Rainhouse. Therefore it falls to me to settle the inheritance of Rainhouse. So it's going to revert to the Lord Paramount. Excellent. So looking down south, we have a few men. And I think we're going to have to start thinking about what we're going to do with these few men. Now, it's difficult because they do outnumber us quite vastly. But I'm going to send everyone here to Griffin's Roost. I'm going to get them to join. I'm also going to send down my other army of 2,000 or so. I can call up another 1,000 if I wanted to. So let's see where they would actually come from. In fact, that was pointless. So we'll disband those. I'm going to let these guys restock here. Where did they come from? Nowhere. Oh well, that's a mystery. I'm not going to look too much in depth into that right now. Hopefully we'll have some more men soon. Right, so, my men, get together. Now, I did briefly consider as well marching on the Twins, just to try and release some of the Northern Lords, because the Northern Lords, John Umber's there. Who else have they got? I think they've got Mark Piper as well, have they? Yep, Mark Piper. Yeah, so that would have been something else that got them a little bit more on our side, but we can only do what we can do. I think it's good where we're up to. One cynical comment after another. I could not take it anymore. I even tried to bribe Varys so he would shut up and stop firing cynical remarks at me. So, yeah. That must mean that Aegon's court have joined us. So, in fact, let's put on this one. So, have we got people who hate us now? We must do. That must mean we have Varys and Connington. In fact, let's have a look. Yeah, Varys, John Connington. The Redbeards hate us as well. We've got Karen who doesn't like us too much. Why? Foreign religion. Well, that's understandable. I can understand that. So as soon as we're able to take somewhere, we're going to have to get Melisandre put to work. She's in Castle Black at the moment, and that's where she's going to stay for now. until we at least win this, and hopefully we'll have Storm's End back in a moment. So a representative from the Iron Bank of Bravos has arrived at court asking me to honour the debts of my late courtier. Oh right, so I've inherited some debts from him, 62 gold. Let's do it. This is the main issue that we're going to have. We're going to be in so much debt with these guys, we're not going to be able to see what's what. So, but we can try and put them off, try and appease them, because you know what the Iron Bank's like. If we don't pay our debts, they will pay someone else to fight against us, just as they've done with ourselves. So the glorious Lord Paramount Stannis, I believe you find that's king. May you live in harmony and contentment. I've decided to accept your suggestion of a betrothal between Shireen and myself. Okay. Now he's on 56 right now. My lord, we've received word that the suspected traitor Sansa Stark has been found, and she's in the care of Lord Peter Baelish. Since she vanished after Joffrey's murder, she's now been revealed. Oh my god, right. So the Stark children are coming out of the woodwork, and he has actually gone ahead and married her. So Baelish has made his move. Well, that's unfortunate. And don't forget, Aemon Freyne still holds River Run, so that's why he's able to be doing all of this, because of a little thing he's done. Peace be with you. After much prayer and meditation, I've decided to grant you your divorce. Excellent. Time to find a wife. Now, wife's going to be somewhat of a problem for us. I'm just going to go through the options, and this is a decision that you folks are going to make for me. Now, we do have quite a few options here. None of them are particularly good. If we were just to have a look for lustful, we would have people like Yenna, but they will also be proud and greedy. I don't think that I would like a greedy wife. We also have some people who are not of age. We want someone who's at least 15, 14, 15 or so, because we need to have that son sooner rather than later. So have a look through the options. Tigenaria, Chief General, Lorafe, not of our faith. Our other option would be to try and convert someone. I don't know who, but to give you an example, let's have a quick look. So we'll search the realm, we'll search for women who are not married. We'll have a look who is the most powerful of them all, shall we? Oh, Red Priests, well... I don't think... No, I can't marry Melisandre. Because I don't think you can marry priests, yeah. No option. Obviously, there's Cersei there, which we all know about. So it's going to be a difficult one, so have a think, people. What do you want me to do in this regard? We're not going to get married this episode, so let's hope we don't die this turn. So let's carry on with things now, because this has been fairly slow going so far. We're going to increase to 2 speed at the moment. Got to keep an eye on our demand size. We're currently 4 out of 4. Our vassal limit is well under. Our reinforcements appear to have arrived, so let's get them all over here, which would be great for ourselves. We're going to send you guys over to Felwood via Grandview. You're going to take care of them, and as predicted, the Tyrell army are on their way. They're marching. So we've got the 4,000 as well. We're actually going to send them straight to Felwood. They have their reinforcements as well. We'll get you guys to Felwood also. So Siege of the Dreadfort, victory in the north. That score's just gone to 100%. We were too busy yapping, we actually missed the battle. So here we go. This is where we're at. So I've been besieging it down. Oh, High Lordship of Massey's Hook, was that brilliant. Well done, guys. So it looks like the war in the north is approaching its end. I'm actually just going to let this battle happen, and we'll see how things go after that. There we go. So, we're in a precarious position. We've got 20,000 men, which is going to be good for us. We're actually going to join them together now. We're going to make sure we've got Perkin on one side, and we've now got John, Lord Paramount in the north, with us as well. Or soon to be Lord Paramount in the north. He's also with us. We're going to send them over. And we're also going to worry, because we are outnumbered. Outnumbered a lot. let's offer peace. Lord Paramount John has usurped the title Lordship of Winterfell from Ramsay Bolton. Well done, sir. Usurped Winterfell from Ramsay as well, and you've taken the Kingdom of the North from Roose the Leech Lord. Brilliant. So they're all in his prison. There's nothing for us to do with it. We're not even going to bother trying to request him because I don't think we'd be able to do so. So let's have a look how the North is actually looking. Well, you know what? The North is looking pretty united. United enough for us to get our troops finally on the boat. And I think we're going to leave the North for now until Lord Paramount, John of the North, decides exactly what it is he's wanting to do with it. So in short, decisions for next episode, people. We need to go ahead. What are we doing with Asher Greyjoy? We can, possibly, take her as a lover. We could try and kill Eric Anvilbreaker, try and convert her maybe. That would be a difficult one, I don't know if that would be possible. Or we can just go through and just marry someone who's unknown, of the same religion, just in the hope that we can go ahead and get ourselves a son, because now Shireen is betrothed. The good thing about this is, he's 9 years old. We've got plenty of time to break that betrothal if we need to. She's still our heir. It's going to be okay for now, we've still got a few years, unless I die. But that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for all your support with the series. I love reading all of your comments as well. It's great to interact with all of you. And if you have any tips about R'hllor, let me know. Maybe some shadow babies. Wink. Alright guys, see you in the next one.